It's Nolan. Now, before we get started, make sure y'all hitting that like button. Make sure y'all sharing it on your respective platforms. Let somebody know what we're doing today. Now, let's get into the show. Yeah. I'm gonna do this shit one more time. I can do this shit better, man. One take shit, man. Fuck it. Yeah. Y'all must have forgot I'm on my Roy Jones. Flow terminally ill, talking full blown. The Ghost Rider, I wrote the script to your tombstone. Kill your favorite rappers in tandems, call it a group home. I've been keeping it discreet, but this shit ain't sweet. Once I hit my motor, start to reach. Niggas shit they breach. I got songs in like 200 shows. What I gotta lead? Pull a nigga name up on the sheet and it's bon appetit. Fucking with the wrong one, I hope you got a strong gun. They verse I'm going on them, they call me the Shogun. Pull a beat, 15 minutes, bet I get this song done. I can't trust a rap nigga that's stepping with his toes done. Fuck 'em out. Shout the Lord done it all. I'm Barry Sanders. I'm juking niggas from the coin toss. I'ma run the ball. That's 6 points. I get the money off the ripple when my pinpoints. Pinpoint precision. Envision me on my rich boy. D's on the bit. Trigger finger if it's itchy. I might squeeze on the flip. Bullets coming with a name. Let you bleed on the tip. Put a nigga in the box. Then I'm fleeing on the trip. I'm too king for me to slip. I want Parmesan. I Parmesan. I walking the alarm on. I'm barking like a dog. And now your bones are what I'm chomping on. Sun down, bitch. I'm back to bending like it's Ramadan. Yo, 15 minutes was broad, it's like a calling card. Don't mean to ramble, this shit is like a free sample. I'm here to make an example, these appetizers ain't ample enough. Fire like a candle, I'm up, right from the panel I jump. Back in this shit, entertaining y'all on my channel, I'm the main event. Learn to use my voice so I can pay the rent. Nigga talking shit behind the phone that they ain't pay to get. Drop and give me 50, nigga, I get on my trainer shit. I don't do no freestyle, tell me I get paid to spit. What's going on, beautiful people? It's the kid J Nolan here. Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Industry, your number one source for music, entertainment, commentary, and breakdowns. Hope everybody's doing well out there this Saturday. All right. Now, in this episode, we're going to be getting into Drake officially covering his LeBron James tattoo with another NBA star by the name of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, or Shay, depending on how you want to pronounce it. But he's the current MVP in the NBA. He's also from Toronto, all right? So as we know, for the past year or so, ever since LeBron James went to the pop out and, was having a great time with the Not Like Us song, used it in a lot of content. He was at the club dancing. He was at the pop out dancing. Him and Savannah was having a good old time with this record. Drake has kind of been trying to publicly distance himself from LeBron. He's rapped about LeBron. He released a track last year called the Fighting Irish Freestyle, which was kind of him reflecting on not only LeBron but other folks. We know that we also have DeMar DeRozan, who's in the NBA, who's now on the Drake op list. We have Russell Westbrook, who's also in the NBA on the Drake op list. All of the people that were at the pop out that he thought that maybe they had some sort of friendship. And I guess he found out that these people love music more than they love him. You know what I'm saying? Or you could say love Kendrick more than they love him. But I think these guys are just genuine music fans. They're also from around Kendrick's way. Ain't Russ from Crenshaw? You know what I'm saying? Around that area. Ain't DeMar DeRozan from Compton? You from Toronto. You know what I mean? You from Canada. And that's okay. So with him restructuring his circle, right, which is also supposed to be a part of this whole Iceman persona, this Iceman era that he's trying to bring the people into. We saw that Maul talked about it, that title is supposed to be, a symbol of where he's at currently in his life, where he's not as welcoming. He's a little bit more cold. He's a little bit more polar with people rather than being this warm, inviting person that's always offering opportunity, which is the image of himself that he tried to create over the years. This tattoo of LeBron James has been on Drake's arm for a long time, over a decade, probably nearly 15 years. Remember when LeBron came out with that documentary showcasing his journey from high school to the pros, and Drake was on that soundtrack. You know, somebody we also know was a part of that soundtrack. So they've had a relationship. You know what I mean? I can't overlook the fact that they were friends, that they, hung out. LeBron definitely invited Drake to a lot of different events and life moments over the years. I don't know where they fell out though. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what their personal status is, which is why it gets weird to even comment on this type of subject matter, because we can speculate, we can try to make it seem like it's just 1+1 = 2, but we don't know what happens behind the scenes. We don't know what type of conversations they may have had behind the scenes. We don't know. It was already rumored that Savannah didn't really like Bron being around Drake, going back to previous seasons where when he came up and spoke to Bron, she kind of gave him the side eye. You know what I mean? Like, this has been an ongoing thing where people were questioning how deep that friendship still remains. You get what I'm saying? So now he's decided to move on to, once again, a new star by the name of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Okay, again, he won the MVP this year. He's from Toronto, so that's very convenient as well for him to align himself. And I'm not saying he's aligning himself with them like they just got cool. They've been cool for years now, but I wonder how it must feel to be the person, to be the new guy in season. Like, you was just hanging off of this nigga nuts and you want to replace him with me? And how that supposed to work? I'm supposed to take his spot? Like, you gonna cover that man's tattoo? Like, why did you get that man tattooed on you to begin with? Now, I'm not a tattoo person, so that would have never been an option for me, but I understand folks put things that are important to them or inspiring and motivating to them on their body, commemorate moments and things of that nature. But it always seemed interesting to me. So this is, let me pull up the original tattoo here. So he has the Fighting Irish. This is LeBron James high school jersey. And he literally has this photo here of LeBron. The original photo is this in the bottom right corner of him in high school. It was on his arm for years. Okay? Which also falls in line with the Fighting Irish freestyle. So you see Irish 23. Well, that's no more. Okay? Because at his show at the Wireless Festival, people caught a nice snapshot of his arm, and it's freshly done, and it now says Thunder 2, which is the Shai Gilgeous-Alexander jersey. So this is the young man in question, Thunder 2. All right? And he's a hell of a basketball player. You know, some people call him a foul merchant, whatever, but that motherfucker get buckets. You know what I'm saying? He kind of talks in the Drake dialect himself, but that motherfucker get buckets. Can't take that away from him, you know? So the man who once made no new friends is now in a position where he has to make new friends, or he has to move his newer friends in the space of the old ones. Now, me personally, I probably would have did the Pharrell shit. Y'all remember, I think 50 Cent did it too, where them niggas went and got the skin graft shit, where they took skin off your ass or some shit and cut and used it to cover up the motherfucking shit you got on your arms, because they gotta use real skin and then they graft it into your shit. I probably would have just got that shit covered with a motherfucking layer of skin. I'm gonna need a whole new palette up in this motherfucker. You know, I never really paid attention to Drake's tattoos from the jump. Looking at that arm, I'm like, he look like he got a bunch of bullshit on his fucking arm. But, you know, that's his personal decision. That's him. Whatever he wants, his body, his choice. You know what I'm saying? It's just interesting, especially looking at it from the perspective of the outside looking in, it's like, why would you replace it with another NBA nigga? And what happens if y'all eventually fall out? Who you gonna put on that bitch then? Jordan? You gonna put another? Okay, we just gonna go straight Jordan. Me and MJ ain't the best of friends to begin with. I'm just gonna put a motherfucking the legend, the goat. All right, fuck all these niggas. Fuck LeBron. Fuck Shai. Fuck number two. Let's go back to 2-3. I don't know, man. And it just kind of shows dude is a strange character. You know what I'm saying? And I know his fans ain't gonna like hearing that. They're gonna be hemorrhaging in the comments. But it's a strange thing. Like, I wouldn't be rushing to put neither one of them niggas on me. Like, I gotta walk around. I'm walking around with your brand on my skin. Like, do you ask for that in return? Like, hey, bro, if I'm gonna get you, you gotta get me too. You know what I'm saying? Do you let the nigga know beforehand? Like, hey, man, I'm finna get you tatted on me, bro. You call him up, you send him a text, like, you FaceTime while you at the motherfucking, at the parlor. Like, bro, I ain't want to tell you, man. I wanted to surprise you, man. Look at this shit, man. I'm getting you tatted on me right the fuck now, nigga. Whoa. Damn, that's okay. Shit. I'm gonna make some calls after this. I gotta see if the uneasiness in my stomach is par for the course or not. I gotta call some of my other friends, some of my hometown friends. I don't know, man. But not only is Drake identifying with him in this way, but y'all remember the Iceman episode 1 where he played some new songs. He played the What Did I Miss record, but then while he was rolling in a truck, he played another track that has a working title called Super Max Deals, right? Now, of course, with the Super Max deal correlation, the song is basically talking about the NBA. The NBA has Super Max deals for the superstars where they can get the maximum amount of money available for one individual player. A lot of these guys are getting, hundreds of millions of dollars for these deals. The last deal that we heard from Drake was allegedly in the ballpark of $400 million. We recently had DeMizza come out and talk about an alleged offer from Sony in which Drake received, you know, in theory, an offer for $500 million to leave UMG and go over to Sony. Again, I cannot confirm or deny the truth behind that because we just have DeMizza talking about it. We don't have Drake talking about it. We don't have nobody from his team, his agent. Nobody has come out and said that's facts, right? But even in theory, if that's true, then you see the correlation of the multiple $100 million deals. He's calling it a super max, you know what I'm saying? Because it's only available to few people. Well, Shai actually received a super max deal just 3 days ago. Okay? He signed a super max extension with the Thunder. This young man is 26 years old, by the way. They say he reportedly signed a 4-year, $285 million contract extension. He had 2 years left on his current deal. It was the most money he could have signed for this offseason, which will keep him playing for the OKC Thunder through the 2030 to 31 season. Okay? So he had 2 years left on his contract, and he is now on paperwork to be there until 2030, 2031, which if he doesn't want to remain there, he could find a way to start wiggling his way out, but that's him giving his commitment to the team, all right? So when you see Drake come out with this Super Max deal song, and then the friend that he just got tatted on him gets a Super Max deal within days, not to mention the fact that he's trying to solidify a Super Max deal. Once again, a lot of this stuff that he's doing with UMG is surrounding not only Not Like Us, primarily Not Like Us, but also the fact that him and UMG were in renegotiations or were about to enter renegotiation when this whole beef took off. Again, I still am of the belief that he thought somehow, some way he was going to beat Kendrick. I know a lot of y'all say that he was banking on having UMG's support to suppress Kendrick or to censor Kendrick to where he couldn't respond or he couldn't respond in the way of which he would have liked. We did see that Drake tried to pull that card. Um, it's in his lawsuit where he says he repeatedly reached out to UMG to try to get Not Like Us either censored for certain words or to get it pulled from the radio, to get it pulled from streaming platforms. So we do have evidence of Drake and his legal team admitting that they were reaching out for months to try to get some sort of stoppage on Not Like Us before it became the global pandemonium mega hit that has become Diamond in a Year, fastest song to do so ever. So we kind of see where all of those sentiments are coming from. Now at this moment, we don't really have more. I don't think we have any more information about that UMG situation. I'm gonna do a quick little check to see if there's any additional paperwork that's been released just for update purposes. No updates. The last update that was on it's about 10 days ago where one of his attorneys did withdraw from the case. She says that she's leaving the law firm that represents him, so she pulled out. I saw some people speculating about the nature of that, if there was some sort of internal issue. Maybe she didn't want to be affiliated with the Drake case in particular. I don't know that to be true, so I can't really say that definitively because she's an attorney in her own right. She may have decided to leave the company for another opportunity elsewhere. There's just too many possible reasons for her departure than to think that that was completely centered around Drake. You know what I'm saying? Just being as fair as possible. We don't know that, but one of his attorneys did withdraw. So that's the last update. And then, of course, the transcript for the oral argument that took place a couple weeks ago has been uploaded. But we don't need that because we already know what the contents of that conversation entailed, right? Speaking of Wireless Fest, Drake did have the first day out there. He performed. He brought out Lauryn Hill. Interestingly enough, she showed up late to, what was it, the motherfucking Essence Fest or some shit the other day, but she showed up for Drake at Wireless to do Nice for What, which of course samples her. Other songs that were performed on his set list. So he performed Come and See Me, Passion Fruit, Marvin's Room, Teenage Fever, Virginia Beach, Feel No Ways, Passion Fruit, Hours in Silence, Shot for Me, Jungle, Jaded, CN Tower, Mothballs, Something About You, Spider-Man, Superman, Deeper, Die Trying, On My Way, Somebody Loves Me, Pimmy's Dilemma, Nokia, and Nice for What. That's interesting. So he did a completely like R&B set. Did 22 Drake and B songs. He did a whole list of the shit that I ain't never liked. That's interesting. But I guess if you're gonna do multiple days at a festival, you wanna, break it up. So I guess that's the easiest way to like create a variety. Is like I'm gonna do an R&B set one day, probably gonna do a rap set one day, and depending on how many days is he performing out there? All right, so he's performing all 3 days. So yesterday was the R&B set. Drake and P&D. Special guest was Summer Walker, but he also brought out Bryson Tiller, which I think was interesting because the last time I saw Bryson speak of Drake, he said things were in a weird space. So I guess perhaps they've patched that up. He brought out Giveon. And who else came out? Summer Walker, Lauryn Hill. He brought out Bobby Valentine, Mario, and the others that I mentioned. Now today, he is returning to Wireless Festival. Today is supposed to be Drake and Demandum. Don't necessarily know who Demandum is, but I would assume that's probably going to be UK acts. So Skepta may make an appearance. We'll see who else makes an appearance out there with Demandum. It would be crazy if he do Demandum and it's not even them. And then tomorrow he will be going back out. His special guests are Burna Boy and Vybz Kartel. So I guess tomorrow is going to be a Afro-Caribbean type feel. Okay. Quite sure Rihanna won't be making an appearance. We can guarantee that much, but that's what's going on. All right. So quick update on everything, but mostly was here to talk about his new ink. You feel me? Because he debuted the new ink at the show. And before I go, I know this is gonna come up from the Sixers, the OVO Sixers. They're gonna get in here and say, J Nolan, why'd you come on here and make a video talking about Drake's tattoo? Because he wanted you to see it. This man is an international superstar. He's been a superstar in entertainment for 15 years. He understands everything that he does gets coverage. If he didn't want nobody to see his new ink, he wouldn't have worn anything for it to be exposed. If we know anything about Drake, we know he shows exactly what he wants people to see. Sometimes good, sometimes bad, sometimes completely filthy. But he doesn't do it by happenstance. Okay? So, take that up with yourself. Or you can send him an email, or you can go ahead and add him on your favorite social media platform. You can ask him yourself why he did that, okay? But don't come asking me why I spoke about it when the man clearly came out here with the intentions of being seen, okay? I'm going to catch y'all a little bit later on this. Be sure to like and share this video. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, become an insider, and I will catch y'all on the next one. Y'all be good out there. Peace. King of my city and cul-de-sac. Coming out swinging like soldier rag. Leading my people like quarterback. Boy, I study this shit, I'm an almanac. Had to get up and grind. Knowledge is booming, I'm here to apply. Came with the chip and the dip, it just single the mind. We finna do more than survive. I need my check. Spinning the block for the Gouda. We hitting the jeweler to flood out the net. We don't do beef on computers, I'm straight out the sewer. We come when you rest. Niggas be looking perplexed, so keeping my foot on their neck. No map, I trust my gut for the quest. With drama, I'm fully abreast. I was ready for years and they doubted me. All of a sudden they tell me they proud of me. I been dropping these haters like calories. Cross them out, I came back with some boundaries. Stand for my honor, but too raw, no corner. Packing the stick with a drummer. Wanna catch my bad, won't fumble. I done came too far to be humble.